Right, so let's start. Alrighty. Dr. Katie, how's it going today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm very excited for this video because it's our first time doing a reaction video. Dr. Katie actually is gonna be reacting to some sports injuries, like professional athlete, and you'll see that during the video as well, what we're watching. So basically, I'm gonna ask her a couple questions, make sure that we get all the input on like a physical therapist on what the injury is, how we can heal it, and yeah, we can go from there. Okay, Katie, so first, can you see?
I can, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so first injury, hand right there. Oh. So pause. All right, so tell me, Katie, what is happening here?
There's a lot happening there.
So we see it again,
So you see,
I pause it right there.
yeah, that would most likely be he did damage to a lot of things in the knee and the ankle. It's either one of those joints is supposed to bend that way.
Right, so if you were to have to diagnose, what do you think your diagnosis would be in this case? Based on what you're seeing right now.
I'm guessing he has torn ACL, MCL, medial, and lateral meniscus. I'm guessing there are probably some tears in the ankle surrounding that ankle joint as well. Yeah, that's a pretty significant injury in two completely separate joints.
So there's a lot going on. And how long do you think it would take to recover? Would he be able to play again?
That honestly, it depends on what truly all is damaged in there. If
Okay.
all of those structures that I just listed off are damaged, he's looking at no earlier than a year, and that's if he's lucky. That's a significant rehab injury.
Got it. Okay. Let me just make sure we're fully recording. Just you're so. All right.
That's a lot going on.
Next injury, right? Next injury, we're going to basketball now. So this one is it's very subtle, but we'll see what's happening here.
I know what this one is.
Okay, perfect. So got it right there. And
yeah,
there he is. He starts pretty much it seems like he's touching his Achilles. Is that it, or is it something else?
It is. He's grabbing his calf.
Okay.
I saw this one in live action actually.
Oh.
So unfortunately, this is where Kevin Durant ruptured his Achilles tendon.
Oh god, Achilles tendon. So now Achilles tendon, those have certain levels of how serious it is, or is it always the same?
It can vary. It depends on how big the tear is. His
Okay.
unfortunately was a complete rupture.
Okay, and how long are we thinking now to recover from that?
Again, for the average person, you're looking at minimum a year. For a professional athlete, most likely a year, maybe sooner. But you're looking at least a year of rehab.
At least a year of rehab. All right, and you were live. You saw this live.
I
Oh
did.
My God.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. This one. So we're going to the upper body now. So we see here he falls, and there's his elbow. Oh, and go back. There's his elbow. You pause it right here. So I'm assuming it is the elbow, not the shoulder, unless there's something else going on. But
it looks more like the elbow. Yes.
So in this case, would that be fracture? It's kind of hard to tell, right?
It could
yeah.
be. So the way that arm has shifted, there's definitely some ligamentous issues going on in there. Potential fracture when a ligament is bone to bone. So if you have any ligament injury, you have the potential to end up with a bone bruise, or in worst case scenarios, fractures. So that is a possibility there. Yeah, that's a rough one too.
That's a rough one too, and we're going to kind of combine your upper body, lower body, and even here, it's soccer, and anything can happen. It's not always lower body, right? So
Correct.
Let's move on. This is soccer again, so let's look at this one, and there it is. So, seems subtle, but watch it again. Seems like it's the knee based on what I noticed right there.
Yeah.
Pausing it.
So this one, unfortunately, is kind of your telltale sign. My guess with her would be there's probably an ACL tear or rupture, and some MCL, so medial collateral ligament issue, as well, with a potential of some meniscus as well.
So does this, like, ACL injuries happen very often in soccer, basketball, like just any sport in general? Like, is ACL the most common sports injury, you would say?
I wouldn't say it's the most common, but it's going to be more common in those sports where you have some contact.
Okay.
So soccer, basketball, football, those are going to be the heavier ones because they're higher impact and there is going to be some contact with those. You know, the ACL is a hyperextension injury, and then there's usually some rotation involved with it too. So that position right here, she's hyperextended and she has that rotation. Those would be the structures that I would be concerned about.
Okay. All right, yeah, tough ones. Let's see, I don't remember what I have next. Let's see, surprise for both. Okay, there she is, hurting. And, this one's a bad one. So it's kind of, yeah, so there's, right there, pausing it. There's a lot, this one seems, like,
Yeah, this one's a bad one too. I was watching this game live on TV as well.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah, this is a compound fracture.
Okay.
That is his bones sticking out from his leg.
Yeah, everybody was like, oh my god.
Yeah, so compound fractures are never a good thing.
Right.
Not only are you concerned about the bone, you're also concerned about the integrity of the tissue and of the blood supply to that lower part of the leg. So it's imperative that, you know, the athletic trainers and doctors and any medical staff get to that leg and get it looked at and stabilized as fast as possible.
For sure. And now with this, since it's so like serious, obviously, I mean, not that any other injury is not serious, but like, could he like be able to play again? But like, it seems just very.
It depends, you know, it depends on what kind of nerve damage was involved, if there were blood vessel damage involved, what does the muscle integrity surrounding that area look like? And, you know, that's all the healing portion of it. Then we go into the rehab. How does that respond? How do the muscles respond? If there was nerve damage, how are the muscles responding to the nerve damage? There's so many different factors that go into that. And so for me to look at this injury and say, oh yeah, he'll be able to play in like a year and a half to 2 years, I don't know.
You don't know that. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so there was, I don't remember his name.
I don't remember. This was college.
Oh yeah, college basketball.
This was college basketball, yeah.
I remember the reaction from the back, yeah.
That was a really nasty injury.
Right.
And thankfully you do not see that very often.
Good, because yeah, this bone sticking out and everything. Yeah. I think the next one might be the last injury, so let's see. Yep, boxing. And there we go. Okay, so that one seems subtle, but it seems like it's this ankle right here, McGregor's ankle, left ankle. So if we go back, let's see, and right there. Okay, it's very subtle, but I don't know what's going on there.
That looks like your typical inversion ankle sprain. Your ATFL, anterior talar-fibular ligament, is one of the main ones, and it looks like that one, at the minimum, got overstretched, if not potential some tears in there as well.
Okay, got it. And is that more like of a quote-unquote simpler injury to treat, or no?
No, not necessarily. It depends on how severe the sprain, or if there is some significant tearing in there.
Okay.
It can range from I don't want to say easy, but the simpler end to the more severe. I would say ankle sprains are tricky in general anyway, regardless of the severity. They can be a little stubborn.
Okay, got it. Well, I think that was our last one. Let's just continuing. Yes, it was. So, we're going back to the football. That one. All of them were obviously like super different, but all with their grade of seriousness for sure. But thank you so much for reacting with me to this video. This is our
Sure.
first video. So if you want to see more videos like this, let me know and I'm going to force Dr. Katie to watch them with me. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
Like and comment. Thank you.